we're going to go on and move on to our next founder, who is joining us from Guadalajara, Mexico. He just got done doing a tour in Africa and Nigeria, right, Diego?
Yes.
Showing them all the great things you're doing. So Diego has an amazing device that's basically giving blind people a vision into the world. So Diego, great product, great mission, and we're very much looking forward to your presentation.
Thank you so much for the warm intro, Eric and Angelos. Really appreciate it. Can you see the main screen or the presenter screen?
Yep, you're good.
Great. Hello, everyone. Some of you already know me, but for the ones who don't, I'm Diego Roel, CEO of Strap.tech. And I want to start by letting you know that every 5 seconds, someone in the world lost their sight, according to the World Health Organization. And while a lot of technologies have evolved a lot during the years, some others have not. For example, here is a car from 100 years ago, from 1920s. And this is a car from today, right? Big difference. Like now it's electric, we have autonomous cars, we have a huge development in 100 years on the automobile industry. But then some other technologies has not evolved. For example, this is a white cane for blind people from 1921. This is a white cane, first white cane ever invented. Probably you know this cane because it's exactly the same cane blind people and visually impaired people use today in 2021. 2021. In a century, nothing has changed. And in a world with such rate of change, of course, this still stops being precise and became outdated. And people are, you may think that people are still using it because it works a lot, but it does not. Like right now, visually impaired people are still dependent from other people, and they need to ask for help. They're unable to explore the world. They have all the core of the body, all the upper part of the body uncovered. That the head, which is such important piece we need to take care about, is not covered by the cane. And the cane is only one point of feedback. If you don't tap it, you don't have the feedback. And while you're tapping on your right, you don't have any coverage on the left. So it's such simple tool on the outside that it's so complex to use the inside, to use it as a customer, and it does not solve all the necessities of a blind person. And no one has ever tried to do something of it, to evolve the cane. This is something like corporations or people have tried to do and fail, or they have never just put attention to do this. That's why we got to the work to develop a solution that can sense the world. Ladies, gentlemen, please meet Strap, the world's first total replacement of a white cane for the blind. This is a world-class and unique technology. So this is a wearable device you wear in the chest, and it enables the blind people to move around independently. They now don't need to ask for any help. It's designed to vibrate with a haptic language feedback when an obstacle of any type is in front of them, in the head area, in the chest, on the sides, staircases, bumps, holes, on floor, animals, people, everything you can imagine. And it will alert and prevent the visually impaired user from potential collisions. And it does this by having a bunch of sensors, a huge array of sensors, all around ultrasonic, LiDAR, sonar sensors that are looking at real time to all of the points. You have complete coverage of all points of your body. And we are able to take anything so blind people can not just not collide with things, but find things and be able to do new activities that previously they are unable to do. We have a bunch of features, but our main features is, of course, the obstacle detection. We have a warning, a hazard detection feature for any obstacle you cannot avoid, but you need to stop. This way, if you're going to go to a pool or to the edge of a stage or to a huge hole or whatever, we will let you know in case you are in real danger. We have a huge feature that blind people are loving, which is a straight line navigation, because a blind person, since they don't have a visual reference point, they struggle a lot to walk in a straight distance, in a straight line. So they just press a button, the device will trace an imaginary line or lane on the floor, and it will notify through the haptic feedback again when they are off the line and how to correct themselves. So this way they can be walking blocks and blocks in the city without having any problem with persons, getting to the sidewalk, to the cars, or any other thing. I mean, our haptic language feedback, it's world class. This is a language we created. We are not trying to tell you words nor phrases. It's all through patterns, through rhythms, and animations you're already unconsciously familiarized with. That's how we'll let you know. We have a range of 10 different haptic actuators, and with a combination of all of them, we're able to notify the user and communicate complex pieces of information in a really simple and intuitive way. And we have right now more than 250 early adopters and beta testers with 300,000 cumulative hours of use and testing. And they are loving it. People are shouting they need a solution for all the problems that the cane cannot solve. We have, for example, Victor, who said, with this, I feel like a normal person, as if I could see again, as Iron Man. Or Cynthia. It goes with the market's demand, because right now the blind people are looking for more autonomy and developing ourselves. They want and they need a solution so they can have access to go to college, because blind people right now are doing homeschool. I mean, COVID situation changed everything, but if they want to go to an office space to go to their office walking, they can do this alone for the first time without needing to ask for help on the go, or to have someone be making company for the visual interpretation all time, all day, all days. So our product does everything. They are indeed several startups and companies, assistive tech companies, have tried to solve some of the pain points that a cane has, such as head obstacle detection. So everyone has tried to do smart canes, attachment to the canes, accessories while you're using your cane, but no one has ever questioned the cane itself. We believe, and going back to my first example on the cars, strap technologies is like the evolution what we saw on the automobile industry, where when Henry Ford went outside on the market and asked what they want for mobility, everyone was asking for stronger horses, quicker horses. But this guy didn't hear the solution the user wanted to provide. He heard the problems, and such we did. So instead of stronger horses, he deployed a car, a locomotion machine. And we are doing just the same. We're doing everything what the cane does, and not everything what the cane does not. Another competition tried to solve one problem, for example, just detecting head obstacles. And that's it, while they have the cane, or just detecting side obstacles, or just navigation in a straight line, or just navigation in the cities. We do it all. We take a task to do a such complex tool on the inside that it's so easy and intuitive to use on the outside. So for the blind, it becomes like a sixth sense. They don't need to think about the device. They need to think about what the device is selling to them. But after a week or so of using it, we have found that this becomes like they just react towards the haptic innovation. They don't need to think. So it becomes like driving again. When you start to learn to drive, you are looking at everything and with a lot of consciousness. But when you have 2 years driving, you don't even think about driving. It's just the same. Right now, our technology is world-class. It's unique. So right now we have detected six core patents already, 5 of them already drafted. We already filed some of them. We already have the filing numbers from the patent office. And all these patents doesn't just have a use on assistive technology, but also on other industries, just like in the military industry, the gaming industry, the mining industry. And this can have huge application in other industries. We already know, we didn't put in the slide, and other industries, we don't even think about that. So our technology has a bunch of applications. Think of our technology just like a driverless car technology, but for humans, which is not a copy-paste technology all the way around. We need to get to other technological challenges that, for example, Tesla don't need to do, because on the street, there are rules on the street. The car, you put a sensor on the car and it's always going to be on that same spot on the car. But people, we have way different bodies, volumes, heights. And on the street, on the sidewalk, there's no rules. People are running, people are walking, people are looking at the moon, people are with a lot of pressure, people are doing a lot of things. So what Tesla does is predict everything that can happen, because there are rules. We cannot. So this leads to a huge technological problem we were able to solve already. Talking about the markets, the assistive technology for the visual impaired market is of 6.25 billion. And you might think this is not a huge market, and you are right. Like just another startups before have presented huge markets, but we need to take in consideration what startup do you come to your mind when you are when we talk about last mile delivery startups? fintech startups, e-commerce startups. They are trillion-dollar markets, but there's a lot of competition. A lot of big players already settle on the markets, and they are just trying to get whatever chance, whatever small percentage they are able to. But on these markets, there are no big players in the field. Assistive tech startup, you probably have none on your mind, maybe one or two, and there are small ones. So it's a high growing industry with no big players in the field. So we are able to, with the right strategy, to get and position ourselves at the first monster, the first corporation that's going to take the lead on these markets. And we are not also on the assistive technology for the visually impaired market, but we also have other revenue streams, such as a recurring revenue model stream, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. And we also have revenue streams for data analytics and retrieving of data, because everyone is taking, retrieving, and analyzing data from the digital world, but no one is doing it for the real world. So think of Strap. We don't use cameras. We only use sensor, which is another technological challenge we took for strategic decisions and for the scalability of the technology. But think about Strap as cameras on circulation, where when a blind person goes through a sidewalk and it's a new bump or a new hole in the sidewalk, we will know in 24 hours when the person goes again to their office space right there. And we can sell that information like to Google. So they can have like maps about everything in the world. We can map indoors. We can retrieve a lot of data from the real and physical world. So now, how we do money, how we make money. First, it's like through selling the hardware. The hardware right now is going to be at MSRP of $750 as an introductory price. We aim to make it down as the years goes. And we have the subscription fee, the subscription revenue stream, where there's some features that are so specialized and so niche features, and not everyone is them. So we are charging a monthly fee so that a person can go and use these niche features. For example, an athlete. If an athlete, I don't know how to say it in English, but an athlete that jumps obstacles, like on the Olympics, if you're training on that and you become blind, now you cannot play that because you have no idea where the obstacle is. So if you put Strap and you pay $5 a month, so you can use this feature, you are going to be able to rejoin your training. And just as this example, we can have huge different kind of niche features, just as you are looking at the screen. Regarding our traction, today we have reached almost 400 pre-orders, more than 300,000 sales momentum on money. People actually put their credit cards and we charge a fee. So people are buying a product that it's not in the market yet, and they are giving us their credit card information because they want it. So this communicates a huge product market fit. Our customer acquisition cost right now it's $10. You can see on the right side, upper right side, our orders and how they are constantly growing orders month by month, and our conversion rate is huge. In May, we accomplished a 9% conversion rate, which is amazing. And we need to take into consideration that this traction was accomplished in 5 months with a 3-person marketing team, which the 3 of them were part-time and with only a $2,000 monthly budget. So taking that context in consideration, this is amazing. And regarding our unit economics, with a 5,000 volume manufacturing batch, the product cost is of $127, and we're selling it again for $750. Where we have a manufacturing partner with all the agreements signed, who is in charge to manufacture our device and do all the final assembly, testing, packaging, and sealing of our units. We just finalized our first manufacturing test run. We're doing one more in 40 or 50 days. And after that, we're going to the mass production. The technology is ready. Right now, we're just taking care about all the manufacturability of the device, all the supply chain, the inventory, bill of materials, and all that optimization, jigs, fixtures, testing processes, and all this. But as the unique economics tell to us that as we grow the volume of the manufacturing, the price goes low. And we can make our manufacturing price as low as $65, taking in consideration marketing expenses amortized on the volume. We have raised so far we closed a seed round of $1.5 million. And right now we're raising a 5 million Series A to accelerate growth. These are going to be start using since January of 2022, and it's going to last for between 12 and 18 months. And all the focus of this is to have a huge go-to-market, a strong go-to-market, increase sales, focus on the traffic on our website, content production, increase our sales conversion rate, position ourselves in the blindness ecosystem, release a software platform for the recurring revenue stream. And we're developing a new unit, an affordable unit for emerging markets, because India and Africa has a huge amount of blind people, but they cannot pay $750 for a unit. So it's just like the iPhone SE, where there's still an iPhone, same performance, just cheaper. So we're releasing one unit there. We're releasing Strap version 2 with cutting edge technologies for the first world markets. To continue our R&D on our three main technologies, which has huge way to grow and to develop world-class and world-use technologies, which is our obstacle detection, the haptic language feedback, and straight line navigation. I'm finishing this my last slide. And regarding the team, is the right mix of passion and experience. We have Natalia Fries as marketing director, who has 12 years of experience and worked for international brands, just like Sarah, Formula One, Shake Shack, Nubank. And have helped startups to go to the go-to-market 70 times in her career. We have Ben Aynon, who is looking at this program right now as CTO. He was former senior director of the engineering development at Samsung, managing 900 engineers and billion-dollar budgets, and he's leading all our technology. Myself, who I'm a tech inventor, I have a master in business and technology. I have been studying robotics and electronics 12 years. And we are a 25% company with headquarters in Austin, Texas, and a development office in Guadalajara, Mexico. And well, in Strap, we think that independence is a human right and not a luxury. The fact that as we speak, a blind person is trying to do something and they need to ask for help because one person can and another one not, independence becomes luxury. And we believe it's a human right. So deploying this tool where we can reduce the independence gap for people can be amazing. Together, we are changing how blind people explore the world. Tickets start since $500,000. Thank you so much, and I will love to open the forum for questions.
Awesome. Great job, Diego. Thank you so much for that presentation and love what you guys are doing and love that you're making it affordable for everybody. So V, I think we got a couple of questions. You want to go ahead and get those going?
Sure. One of the questions that has already been answered by Angelus, actually, I'm just going to read it out loud. It does not need an FDA approval because it's a consumer product. Somebody asked that question, I thought of mentioning.
Yes.
And what TRL your technology is? We have a question from somebody in the audience.
That's a great question. In my last deck, Angelos kind of won't let me lie. I usually put like a thermometer with a TRL level. Right now we are like the technology is ready. It's really mature. We are already able to do non-controllable or I don't know how to say it, like controllable user experience. So we can send units right now to the user. I don't remember at this moment which TRL level is. I think it's maybe that 10 or the 9 or the 10, but it's ready. Like technology is working. We have couple dozens of units in the office, and right now all the focus is on the manufacturing, reducing price, optimizing cost on that side. And right now we are filing FCC and CE certifications, which we don't need FDA because we're not medical device, but we are a consumer electronic, which the computer you're looking at this webinar has FDA as well. So it's only normal and standard electronic certifications we're filing right now.
Great. And I got one question, Diego. I think you and I may have spoken about this earlier, but talk to me about some of the redundancy and the safety that you built into this.
Sure. Ben Aynon, our CTO, has put a lot of attention on the redundancies because it's really important that we not like let a blind person on the go, on the street, like die. Like a sensor not working, battery is going to die. So battery life is of two full days of use. And the redundancies and security protocols are really amazing because each amount of time the device is always on the background making a something we call self-test. It diagnoses itself. It can know if a haptic actuator is off, it has a short circuit, it's not working. It can know if any sensor is not working correctly. So what happens if a sensor is not working correctly, we turn off the sensors, and we can manage to adjust the cone of view, the field of view of our rest of the sensors. So for example, if the chest sensor that it's in charge to look at your body and all the front is not working, the side sensors will increase the field of view, so now they cover your body as well. So this way, if any of the sensors fail, we have another sensor, or sensors will change their performance and their behavior to be able to compensate that. So the person is able to go with the same security to a secure space wherever they are.
Great, thanks, man.
One more question. How many patents have been granted or applied so far?
4 of them already. Not granted, we have the filing number, we have all the confirmations, we already protected since it's already sent, but we don't have our certificate yet.
Great.
We filed them a couple months ago. The last one we filed it last week. It's a 45 long patent. We use a lot of neural networks, a lot of visual recognition, non-camera visual recognition. So our technology is really, really unique and really huge.
Perfect. Well, everyone, I think that wraps it up. Diego, great presentation. I don't think we have any more questions from the audience, so appreciate you being able to be a part of our showcase today.